I wish I could follow it better. I don't get to see what they're posting a lot of the time. I don't know why. I think that they mess with so that you only see certain things, you know what I mean? It's so weird how they can control because listen to this. Okay, so the day they put me in Facebook jail, the weird thing was, so it was the hunt, and it was a story on the hunt. It had a short clip. There was no nudity or anything.
I have to go to the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back.
Well, anyway, there was no nudity or anything in it, and so they put me in Facebook jail, and their excuse was there was nudity and something else in the clip, which there wasn't. And then they also it was showing on my page, but no one else could see it. They told me that. So I'm wondering, how much do they let us think that people see, but they don't? So, I don't know. Did you hear that last part?
I didn't. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. So I just want to say, so when they put me in the Facebook jail, it was only a couple of days, but what I mean is, what's so weird is that clip of The Hunt, the movie, and what it was stating about what they're trying to do and how they're manipulating it so that they don't look bad right now with these shootings and whatnot. So they tried to say there was nudity in the clip, but there wasn't. There was no nudity or sexuality in that clip. And so they also let me know, you can see this post, but no one else can. So it leads me to believe, how much are they manipulating everything we post? Who sees what, where, when? Do you know what I mean? It's like really kind of creepy.
Absolutely. I'm shadow banned.
Yes. I mean, I think it's a lot, and then they even try to keep us from empowerment of one another. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to go on the Zeph Report. I mean, when he's doing, when you guys are doing the 20 on 20, also just the regular shows he does, and they will force change my password every single time. So I have to spend like an hour trying to get a code back for my password. They are so afraid of our power of prayer, Amelia. They are so afraid of it because there's true power in it. This is what's changing all of it. Think about it. Since Govinda started that show 2.5 years ago, whatever it is, this is when all this started breaking open. Like praying for human trafficking to end.
Oh
I think.
Gosh, and they totally attack my throat.
Yes.
Whenever I
yes.
go on the air.
Mm-hmm. I know, and that's
Govinda's show is Faith Mix on Spreaker. Govinda Tidball is the founder of the Human 2020 campaign and of human2020.com. And
and that's ever since that's when all this has started just tearing open, and I mean renting, and it just hasn't stopped. And it's not going to. It just keeps happening. And the Lord is tired of it. He put that in Govinda for a reason.
Yeah.
And in Zeph, and that's a fire in Zeph. That's a fire in you. It is in me. I love the children, and I am working on that thing for the vaccination. Don't think that I'm not doing it. I am. It's just that I'm constantly working. But also, I did talk to Brittany, and Brittany Cara, who's a huge, pro. Not anti, but pro-health. I don't like to say anti-vax. She's for pro-freedom of choice. And so anyway, she's doing so much. Now she's got a whole new, media. Like she started a whole new separate thing where people are getting educated on vaccinations. She has classes she's doing. Really, people who have damaged children. Like she's really doing so much to just change the world. Her and Brandy Vaughn and all their ginormous, what are those called, billboards they put up. And so they've done a lot, and that's another form of torture. Yes, they human traffic the kids, but then they're trafficking them in that they're torturing them they're getting their energy. Who knows what they do with these babies when they take them out of the homes and you never find them, and they, you know,
Well, no,
who
I
knows?
know there's lots of people that are doing wonderful things to. I don't know if you noticed. Did you see? I posted Violet John's orphanage that Zeph and Trish are sponsoring, and it's
Little boy.
yeah, it's in Pakistan, located in Lahore, Pakistan, and you can go to Porthole to Justice and check it out. They're Christian. The Christians are being persecuted and killed there, where they live. And I'm not personally religious, but it's very beautiful, this project that she's doing, and these children are such a huge testimony, and it's really touched my heart. Anyways. You can go to littletreasureorphanage.com, and they're just doing amazing things with children, not just locally where they are though, but from all over the world. She recently took someone in, a child from another region, and she's miracles this woman is doing. Her name is Violet John.
I know, their love of the children, and her husband's so sweet too. He really is. They both are. Yeah. And see, vibrationally, this is changing the world. Like, it's like when you drop the stone in the water and it just keeps rippling out for, eons. And that's every single thing, good work that you do, every single thing that you say that is free, it's magnified, and it's magnified. And this is how come they're so after you, because you put out so much information and so much healing that it's like, you're hurting my terrible wickedness, you're melting me. They're mad, they're really mad at you, but the thing that makes them even madder and exasperates it even further is that you're protected by God, and that's probably why, well, anyway, I won't go into that part of it, but that you've been celibate and with yourself, for so long, because there's a blessing in that, and a sanctity. So that is why, probably, to protect you and to make it stronger protection for you. So that's what I'm giving a word, so, yeah.
Well, yeah, thank you, my beautiful friend.
You're welcome. True.
I love you.
I love you so much, and having an outlet for the truth, for me, is huge, because we walk in dark times, and there's few who really have any kind of lighting, and I just pray for anybody who has any, that it gets magnified, because we're in dark times. We really are. It's heavy duty, and every dear soul that's doing something is just, they're worth just everything, because right now, and it's catching on, though. I see a ripple effect. I see the people growing and more people waking up, and even at my work, and the vibration, he puts us in odd places to put that vibration in there. Do you know what I mean? Like, to change that feel, to bring the light in there. There is a light we carry, and it's not ours, it's him. And, so when we walk in a place of darkness, it lights it, and it starts igniting into the other people, and it's so beautiful. It's such a blessing and such a joy. And no matter how someone tries to hurt you, Amelia, don't let them, because look what we have. We have the Father, and he loves you. That's why you have that joy in your face, with or without makeup. You have that happy little girl thing going on, and it's in there. It's him. It's the life of him. And so we can't be stopped, and we won't be stopped, because he intends for this to happen. And it's a wonderful thing. I'm really thankful. And sometimes I get on my little Eeyore and my little feel sorry for my cloud, my little self-cloud, once in a while. But it doesn't last long, because, I feel so ridiculous. I look at myself and I think, well, I could have this, or why can't I have the perfect relationship, or why can't I have a bigger, better house, or, but the thing is, I have him. I have the best house in the world. I am surrounded by his light. So, kind of little brats, really, when we think like that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we're gifted. Yeah, so much.
I just, like, I was, like, starving for your, conversation for, like,
I end up missing you so much, too.
I'm a little choked up.
What's that?
I'm just a little choked up.
Don't worry. I understand. I do. I feel, I mean, you spend a lot of time alone, and such a beautiful woman as you, it's hard. You know, it's like, it's meant you feel you could share that beauty inside and out. I mean, you have a lot of it and a lot to give, and it's painful. But this is why you do all you do, because you're overflowing with that. And it's like, there's a plan. It just is a plan. You know, the reason why everything goes the way it is because it's meant for you to spill over and do what you're doing, because who else would be doing it?
Right?
Hello? Hello?
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's totally okay. I'm okay.
I so appreciate it. But you're such amazing. Yeah. Well, I love you too, and I'm thankful for you. I'm very, very thankful that you are who you are and you do what you do. And there's no mistakes made. He gave you that beautiful little boy, and what happened because it was the beginning of what you were going to do. And he protected him every step of the way, and you can believe it.
Oh, gosh, yes.
Vehemently. Yes. Yes.
You know,
Yes.
I don't even know where to begin to talk about that journey.
Oh, man, I know. But, I mean, didn't you underneath always feel the wind of his wings, like the feeling that he was there, whether you knew it or not? Don't we always know that? And aren't we never happy unless we're one with him? Every time I've ever gone off on some little dumb, stupid tangent, I always feel miserable. And I always end up apologizing. I'm never happy without the Lord, the peace with him. You know, I'm just not happy. It's my whole energy vibe. It's who I am.
I remember thinking to myself, oh my gosh, I can't do this. You know, I'm going to talk about something really vulnerable right now that I've never, ever talked about before.
Okay.
But when I found out I was pregnant, I did not want to be a single mom again. I was already, you know, I have a 25-year-old daughter who, graduated with honors from high school and is absolutely gorgeous and has a family of her own. And, but I did not want to be in that vulnerable position again.
Right. It's understandable.
And so I did go to an abortion clinic.
Oh.
And I parked outside.
Yeah.
And I could not do it. I just could not do it. Like, everything in my fiber of my being, of my body, you know? And
well,
I understand, like, that. I understand that feeling, like, I understand.
Fear, yeah.
It's such, you know, I just want to say, like, to other mothers that are out there, like, it's such a gift, it's such a blessing to be in that position, you know, to create another life.
I know. Well, in looking at your son today, when he was talking to my little granddaughter, he is so gorgeous, and he's so alive, and such a little God being, you know, and such a blessing. I mean, unbelievable. And I can see every inch of the way that God is just there with him. He's incredible to watch. I just love watching him. And I have to tell you something about my son now. I am very, very anti-abortion. Always have been. The day Roe versus Wade went into effect, I cried and almost vomited. I was that sick. So, but now I had 5 kids, and on my last one, the fourth one was a boy. I had 3 girls and a boy. And my son Justice, I almost died having him. I started to hemorrhage, and I was at Long Beach Medical Center. Well, first I was